Last time in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, card games. Schools that teaches kids how to play card games, and card games on motorcycles. Will these three shows do something epic in their 10th anniversary special? Well, through the power of rating from someone's fanfic, it's very possible, but let's take a closer look at it. Hey guys, Sakura Diesel, and welcome to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Review. Well, we got one more Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie to go, and much like how the next movie is celebrating the 20th anniversary of the manga, this movie is celebrating the 10th anniversary of the Duel Monsters TV series. Now, when the trailer came out, of course most Yu-Gi-Oh! Fans were all hyped up for this movie, and I was kind of excited for this one as well. Now, I didn't go see this movie at theaters when it first came out, but I did get a chance to watch it on YouTube one time, and at first, I really liked it. I thought it was a good way to celebrate the 10 years that the show has been on, and I had lots of fun with it. So, since it's been a while since I've seen the movie, I can actually talk more in-depth about it without going all fanboy over this, and take a look and see if this still holds up as well as it does today. And truth be told, it doesn't really hold up that great today, but I'll get what I mean in a second. Now, I've only seen all of the original Yu-Gi-Oh! And GX, though it's been a while since I've seen GX, but I've never fared decently, and I've only seen one season of 5Ds. So there are going to be some stuff from 5Ds I'm probably not going to get, and it may or may not have an issue with the movie, but we'll see. Let's get this review started. So much like the original movie, The Pyramid of Light, it gives us a backstory about the three Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters, and I think it's nice. It gives us some good info, and it gives us a good idea about who these characters are. Well, we like to sit through 10 minutes of it. I'm not even joking. We get 10 minutes of nothing but information and backstories for these characters. And this is all before the movie even starts. Now, on the one hand, I understand why, because this is for both newcomers and fans of the show. But do we really need to know about their duels and who fought who? It doesn't really contribute anything to the story, and it just comes off as a big waste of time. I mean, if you want to explain how Duel Monsters start, and then gives us a little information about the characters, then that would be fine. But you don't really need 10 minutes of going to almost every Yu-Gi-Oh! Series and all the duels they've been. Anyway, we get a cut of a flashback of Yusei's father protecting his son. You might be wondering, where does this lead to the story?
Fucking nowhere!
But hey, it does tell you that Yusei needs to protect the people from the new Domino City. So he's like the Batman or insert superhero comic book character here. So Yusei and his friends go out on their motorcycles to check up on the city, where they come across a strange masked guy, and since this is Yu-Gi-Oh!, the only thing they know how to do is to play a children's trading card. But he manages to get Yusei's Stardust Dragon and leaves them behind only to wonder what the heck just happened. So while wondering what happened a few minutes ago, Luna and Leo show Yusei the new Domino City news article, and it turns out that history is being changed thanks to the guy that stole Yusei's Stardust Dragon, and thus the Crimson Dragon takes Yusei back to the past a little bit, because Duel Monsters have the ability to time travel, I guess. Anyway, the Crimson Dragon brings Yusei to help Jaden Yugi, who is in Italy. Okay. The Crimson Dragon protects Jaden, and Paradox decides to go back even further in time. So while Jaden and Yusei talk for about 2 or 3 minutes, they decide to go back to Yugi's timeline, where Paradox basically kills everybody. I'm not kidding, that's literally what happens. Yep. So on that note, the Crimson Dragon comes out again and brings Yugi back 30 minutes before the death scene even happens. So it's decided that it's up to Yugi, Jaden, and Yusei that Paradox must be stopped, and the only way to stop him is to play a children's card game. So we meet Paradox, and this is pretty much how the conversation went with these guys. Your game sucks. It's making kids turn evil. It'll cause World War III to happen. It may not be perfect, but if it makes money, then we'll still make card games. So the duel begins, and okay, it's not as long or boring as the Pyramid of Light duel, but there still are lots of convenient cards and, dare I say, bullshit moves. Now, I know the show has also had some convenient cards in the past, but this is really pushing it. 1. How does Jaden know what fusion monster is going to come out when he fuses Neos with Yusei's Junk Guardian? There's no car that wouldn't exist. Plus, where did Yugi get some new cards? And really, that's really the main problem with this movie. Much like Pyramid of Light, there are so many plot holes that it's not explained very clearly, or it goes nowhere. How does this whole time travel thing work exactly? I mean, I could buy that it's the spirit monsters that are able to do this, but then how does Paradox time travel? Or where did he learn to time travel? Plus, a friend of mine pointed this out, but if you wear a mask because you didn't want to see your hometown, then how are you still able to see? It's not so much that it ruins the movie, but it really is a distraction, and it really makes this movie weak and not hold up well at all. Now, I'll admit, I thought it was a cool idea on having 3 Yu-Gi-Oh characters in a different era meeting together, but wouldn't it be so cool if we had them dueling each other? That would have made a great 10-year anniversary. Not to say this duel wasn't fun, but it felt like something was missing, and I'm not quite sure on what it was. When I first saw this movie, I really liked it. I thought it was a fun way to celebrate Yu-Gi-Oh's 10th year. But watching it again, like I said, there are so many plot holes that it doesn't really hold up as well as I thought it would. So, in the end, is this a bad movie? Well, no. Despite some of the plot holes, I still had little fun with it, and there were some parts I thought it was cool. I just wish they put a little more thought into this film. To give it some credit, I do remember this movie a lot more than Pyramid of Light, but that's not saying much. If you want to watch it just to make fun of it, then there are a ton of stuff to question about, or you could just watch the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged version. So that's all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Movies we've reviewed. So thank you all guys for watching, and like I said, they're not horrible movies, but it's clear it's one of those shows that really doesn't work as a movie because really all the show is just 2 people playing card games. But they still got another movie in the works, and from the trailer it does look promising enough, but until the time comes, I still think these movies are not really all that memorable to me. Well, except maybe the first one in Japan. But until then, this is Acorda Diesel saying thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Take care, everybody.